Okay, this is my third try to film this. Anyway, I want to teach you how to multiply multi-digit numbers. And I've got 3 different strategies to show you. The first one is taking you back to what multiplication really is. And that is just a fast way to do adding. So when you say 343 times 23, the real meaning is the 343 is added 23 times. So multiplying is a fast way to add. So look at this example. If I have 10 and another 10 and another 3, I have 23 343s. And the fast way to add 10 of them is to put a 0 on the end. 343 and a 0 on the end would be 343 times 10. And then I've got another 10, 343. Okay, so all I really have to do is add the 3. And so it is 1,029. Take the 3,430 with the other 3,430 and the 1,029 and add them up. So it is 7,889 when you do 343 times 23. Okay, that's one strategy. And I've got 3 different ways, so I'll show you another one right now. Let's see, I think I'll do this strategy next. Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, let me just get myself together here. Like I said, I've done this video 3 times, so anyway, I've got like all these different tries because I keep messing up. Okay, so the second strategy, stack the numbers with the lowest total digits on the bottom. So this has 2 digits. I'm going to put it on the bottom because that one has 3. Okay, and then line up these ones place, line them up vertically. Okay, so then once you've got it lined up, smaller one on the bottom, then start multiplying. So 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 4 is 12, but I'm going to put the 2 here, the ones, and carry that 10 over here. 3 times 3 is 9, plus the one that was carried over makes 10. All right, so now we're on our second digit. Okay, so we're going to put a 0 below the digit we finished with. Put a 0 there. Don't forget to do that. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 3 is 6. And you would just ignore that carryover because that was from the first number. So just ignore it and then add them up. So 9, 6 and 2 makes 8. That's 8, and 6 and 1 makes 7. So the same answer that I got with the first strategy I showed you. Okay, now this one, I just want to go ahead and practice this one before I show you the third strategy, just as a little extra practice, because this one is a 4-digit with a 3-digit. And there's a common mistake that kids make, so that's why I want to kind of cover one extra one. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 8 is 24. Carry my 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus the 2 carryover makes 8. And 3 times 4 is 12. Now I'll put my 0 here because I'm going to start on my second digit. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 8 is 32. Carry my 3, and then 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 3 is 11. Carry the 1. 4 times 4 is 16, and the 1 carried is 17. Okay, now I'm on my third digit. Now this is where kids go wrong. They'll put a 0 here and just start multiplying. No, remember, we're on the third digit, so you have to put a 0 under the other number that you've already multiplied with. So now you can start. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 8 is 24. Carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6, and the 2 carried makes 8. And then 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, and what some people do is when they're done with them, they cross them out, so that when they do each of the new rounds, you know, they don't get confused. So anyway, now we add them. That's 3, that's 8, That's 13, carry the 1. 4 and 1 is 5. 5 and 3 make 8. Okay, 7 and 8 is 15. And the 1 makes 16, carry the 1. And that's 4, and that's 1. Okay, so I probably should double check myself, make sure I did this right. And that's where your calculator comes in, but you shouldn't be using your calculator for your practice math, only to check your work. Because if you use it too much, then and you don't ever practice it, then when you have a test, you can't pass it. So 1,468,383. Whew, that's a big number. Anyway, now let me show you the third method. And that third method is where you separate the larger number, the 343, into the 300ths, or the hundredths, the tens, and the ones. Okay, so this would be 300, this would be 40, and this would be 1. Okay, and then this time you stack with the lower digits on top, and you just simply say, okay, put your 2 zeros down, then start your multiplying. 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, this one has 1 0. 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1. 4 times 2 is 8, and the 1 makes 9. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 2 is 6. So then your last step is to add them all up. Okay, so that's 9, that's 8, 9 and 9 is 18, carry the 1, and that's 7. And if you realize, this was that first problem that we've practiced 3 different ways, 343 times 23. And there's actually more ways to multiply. I remember one of my favorite math teachers, Pam Clute. She was at UC Riverside, and I just loved her, but she was really into math history, and she showed us how the Egyptians multiplied, and I'm not going to put that on this video, but it's really crazy, and it worked. So there's 3 ways, but there are more. So anyway, pick the way you like and multiply.